Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So, dog, September 28th, save the date, y'all. September 28th, it's gonna be lit. All right, 8 to 12, 8 to 2, somewhere in there. We gonna put on an epic event, man, and it's gonna be one for the ages. All right, moving forward, man. That Deontay Wilder Andy Ruiz interview, I just saw it. Wow. Wow. Can you feel, I'm gonna make up a word, the magneticity? I know what the other word is, but I just want to use don't can't you feel that radiating through your computer screen, or if you're watching it on your Google Chrome or wherever you're watching it on your smart TV, you can feel it radiating through your screen. Dog, man, it was no hate, no animosity. It felt good, man. And that promotion is one of the few times, literally, where sports can heal America for a times period. You understand? It's gonna be some ignorance. It's gonna be 3%. You know, you got outliers experience, but the 97% of us that are in that box, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And I can't wait for this fight to happen. I love to see them on the DS together. I thoroughly enjoyed when two things happened. When Andy Ruiz quoted Deontay Wilder, "Speak it, believe it, receive it," and Deontay Wilder quoted Andy Ruiz when he said, "You're gonna change your family's lives forever." That's just a beautiful thing. And when you see a black man and a Mexican man that have literally changed their lives forever, it was beautiful. I'll even tell you guys a story further. Nah, maybe I won't. I won't do it. I won't do it. But anyways, as I digress, I just think that um, um, that's how I would love to see the world, man. How Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz are interwoven, interlocked. You understand? I that's how I would see it, and I'll speak from experience, man. I grew up in New York, so I never had an issue for real. You guys got to understand my culture in New York, okay? I never had an issue with the Puerto Rican saying nigga, not calling me a nigga, but using the term nigga in a cultural sense, right? Right? When I got to California, it was an issue when a Mexican called a black guy a nigga, and I had to learn that. I literally had to learn that. The Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans, they say nigga as much as black people. For real. Like they are it's accepted in New York. I don't know if it's still the same, but I remember going to school. I went to school there, so I was in the third grade. And I remember we used the word in first, second. Yeah, people like no way use the word. Yeah, we listen to the damn music when you know what I mean? And it's just a part of our culture, you know? And even when I went back for the summers, you know, I went and played basketball, and it's accepted. Like I on some level it's accepted, you know? And I'm not saying a Puerto Rican or a Dominican can call me a nigga and it's accepted. I'm talking about in casual conversations about hip hop. Yeah, that nigga went to the park, and you know, I mean, we hung out yesterday, and you know, we went to the club and we got them girls. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's kind of like how every person in Texas say ho. You going to that? You going to the mall? We gonna tear that hoe up. We going to the strip club, nigga. We got to pop that hoe, or whatever y'all niggas say down in Texas. That's how it is in New York in terms of the N word. And then when I get to California, Mexicans can't say it. And I'm like, I was confused because I didn't know they were Mexicans. I had to learn. I thought they were Puerto Ricans, like for real. And I remember this experience. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I'm at 49th Street School on Avalon and 49th, right? And a dude, Moo, I think his name was Moon or Moon. I remember, I can see myself too. He said, "Hey, you want cuts?" This is just, I said, "Hell nah, nigga. What are you talking about? I don't want no," and I said it just like that. "Hell nah, nigga. I don't want no cuts." And he's like, "Nah, you want to get in front of me?" I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, because it was a long line to get our lunch, right? You know, when you had the yellow and blue tickets and shit, the breakfast ticket and the lunch ticket. Y'all remember that shit? And how the nerve of that school, they didn't feed you if you didn't have your ticket. The nerve of public school. You mean man, get the hell out of here, man. Anyways, think about that conceptually. They're expecting a second and third grader to have the wherewithal to keep a blue and yellow ticket. Anyways, man, it didn't make any sense. So, anyways, man, as uh, as I as I continue, I had to learn the culture in Mexico. I mean, in California. I tell you another funny story. I'm at Bret Hart, not Bret Hart. I went to Bret Hart, 6th grade. Horace Mann Junior High School. Hey, go put it in there. Go put it in there. Yeah. Go make your smoothie, Kennedy. Go ahead. We bought Kennedy a blender because we make smoothies every morning, and she always wants to play with it. So we bought her a little kid smoothie. It's pretty funny. And I'm at Horace Mann Middle School. Miss Story is my PE teacher. If you went to Horace Mann, you know who Miss Story is, right? And we're playing kickball. And no, we're playing softball. I apologize. We're playing softball. And I'm pitching the ball. And you know what I say? Because we pitch for our own team. I said, Jesus, pitch the ball. Because we had name tags on. I said, Jesus, pitch the ball. Jesus, pitch the ball. And Miss Story cracked the hell up. And I didn't know what the hell I did. Remember, mind you, I've already been in LA, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th. This is my 4th year in LA at Horace Mann Middle School. I'm still learning the culture. I said, Jesus, kick the ball. And she's like, his name is not Jesus. His name is Jesus. I couldn't understand that to save my life. I said it's Jesus. And you guys know how I am now. Imagine little Fred. Like, imagine little Freddie. You know what I mean? I'm still little, right? But imagine little Freddie at 7th grade age, whatever that was. I'm like, no, his name is Jesus. What are you talking about? So I use those small silhouettes to small vignettes. I apologize. Silhouettes. No, vignettes is the correct word. Vignettes. And to tell the story of how I had to relearn an entire new culture. You know what I mean? It took me years to learn how to pronounce La Cienega. Like, if you live in LA, you understand what the hell I'm talking about. But if you don't, you have no clue what I'm talking about. There's a street in Culver City called Duquesne in Culver City. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you live in LA. I called it Duquescence all the way through high school. I had no idea it was called Duquesne. I swear to God. I went to Venice High School. So I'm talking, it's been a learning curve. I'm not, it's apples and oranges if you want to talk about race. And I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about learning the culture. All right. In New York, Dominicans use it all the time. They own all the fucking supermarkets, not the markets, but the bodegas. I'm serious, man. Those Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, they own the bodega. So they are inwoven into the culture. You understand? Fat Joe uses the N-word in every song. Big Pun uses the N-word in every song. I had to learn all that. And I wrap all of that around to say, I would love to see Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua press tour. I would love to promote two strong men. And they look like they culture. They talk like they culture. They breathe like they culture. They act like they culture. They stand up for their culture. They believe in their culture. They love their culture. And it can be one for that 4-month press tour, that 3-month press tour. Well, it's actually going to be a 6-month press tour if they can come through what they want. If he can beat Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder can beat in November. He said, Shelly Finkel told me it looks like November. He said in the interview, I have the tentative date. You guys have the tentative date. I'm not going to put it because I don't want to be responsible. I want Deontay to announce his date. And so I think that that press tour running into Cinco de Mayo, the fight has to be Cinco de Mayo. It's just no way. Canelo can't fight anyone to supersede Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. And I want Andy Ruiz not only to get a Snickers commercial, I want him to get a Wheaties commercial. I want him to get whatever you get. And I'm going to say this too. I want Deontay Wilder to get a Snickers commercial. I want him to get his Wheaties box. I want him to be the king of honor at the Essence Festival. I want him to BET weekend. I want him to be the king of whatever the highest award they have there. I want him to be on every float at the MLK parade. And I can say the same thing about Andy Ruiz. So I say yes, we can, and si se pueda for everybody. This. It doesn't mean nothing for people outside of sports, obviously, but for me in sports, I don't want to live in a world where it's racist. I don't want to come on my channel and talk about racism every day, and I don't want to talk about this shit. I really, really don't want to talk about this shit. But I also want to talk about when there's a. I would love to talk about when America is healing, right? I want to talk about, man. Go watch the video. Yeah, I know you watched it because it has over 1 million views. You watched it on Fox, on PBC on Fox. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I hope they walk away with $200 million promoting this fight. Each minimum. I hope they walk away with $200 million, man. Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. Man, beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, man. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.